I thought Viola Davis had this year's Best Actress Oscar in the bag for Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, but I just watched Vanessa Kirby in Pieces of a Woman, and now I'm not so sure. One thing's for certain though is that this year's Best Actress race is going to be an exciting one. It's time to talk about Pieces of a Woman. Hey up guys! So today on the channel I'm reviewing Pieces of a Woman, which is directed by Kornél Mundruczó and is written by Kata Weber. Apologies if I don't get those names right, they're a little bit tough to pronounce. The film explores the crumbling relationship of a couple from Boston, Massachusetts after the tragic loss of their newborn baby girl. They are called Martha and Sean and they're played by Vanessa Kirby and Shia LaBeouf. There was a lot of love for Pieces of a Woman at this year's Venice Film Festival, which I sadly didn't get to go to this year because of the COVID pandemic. But yeah, Vanessa Kirby actually won the Volpe Cup for Best Actress, so you knew I was going to be excited for this one. This film starts off strong. The opening act, where we see the home birth go tragically wrong, is one of the most powerfully effective openings to a film that I have ever seen. If you guys thought the first 10 minutes of Up were devastating, wait until you watch the first half an hour of Pieces of a Woman. Shot to look and feel like one long 30-minute take, it puts you right there in the delivery. You're very immersed in this very intimate moment. I don't have kids myself, but the opening to Pieces of a Woman did give me a tangible sense of the miracle of birth, this swirling cocktail of emotions, love, pain, the blissful euphoria that arrives after the baby arrives. But the tragedy of the situation soon undercuts everything, and you feel that sense of horror as it happens to Martha and Sean. The first 30 minutes of this film I found so arresting. It was so bold, raw, and intimate. Honestly, I've not experienced anything quite like that watching a movie before. But the sad fact is, after the title cards come up, the film doesn't reach the same heights of what we just witnessed. It devolves into a pretty familiar melodrama about grief and loss. Don't get me wrong, the remainder of the film is still good, it's just not as good as the opening act. It loses its grip on you after the tragic event. The acting is phenomenal all around. Vanessa Kirby does such captivating work as Martha. Playing a character defined by tragedy, you'd expect a lot of actors to go quite big with their performance. Not Kirby, she plays it quite small and close to the chest, but I believed every second of it. There's a scene towards the end of the film in a courtroom where Martha faces the midwife who is standing trial for the supposed gross negligence and loss of Martha's baby. And I know what you're thinking, courtroom, coming face to face with someone who might be responsible for the death of your child, you expect this big, emotional, confrontational scene. And there is something of a heart on the sleeve monologue from Vanessa Kirby, but it's not big, loud acting. It's the exact opposite of that. It's small and contained and beneath the surface. And the way that Kirby delivers this monologue is so quietly and powerfully executed. She is magnificent in this film. If you guys have seen Pieces of a Woman, be sure to let me know what you thought of Vanessa Kirby's performance in the comment section down below. What do you think? Is she going to get an Oscar nomination? Do you think she could win it? Let me know, alright? Also, if you guys are enjoying the video, please hit that like button, and if you want more movie and TV content, click subscribe. I know it's a little bit of a controversial subject to be talking about Shia LaBeouf, so I'm going to keep this brief, but his performance is fantastic in this film. That's all I'm going to say on the matter. Academy favourite Ellen Burstyn also has a small part in this as Martha's mother, Elizabeth, and she is terrific here. I can foresee her getting an Oscar nomination for this role. And while I appreciated her performance, she does have one very awards clip speech, you know, a big dramatic monologue, which you can see being played at all the award shows during award season. The speech is effective for sure. It's just when you compare it to Vanessa Kirby's more understated and beneath the surface performance, Burstyn's big moment feels, well, big. It's exaggerated by contrast. Pieces of a Woman is at its most powerful in the quieter scenes, the uncomfortable silences, the moments where the characters aren't saying anything at all. It has its moments where it's very enveloping. It's a very sensory experience. You breathe with Martha when she's doing her deep breathing while she's in labor. And you can also get a whiff of the apple smell when she's in a grocery store. It's a film which really appeals to all of the senses. It's just a little bit disappointing that after such an engrossing opening act that Kata Weber's script has a tendency to veer off into predictable family drama. There's also some allegorical symbolism between the building of a bridge and pregnancy. In fact, we watch this bridge slowly get built across the duration of the movie, which takes roughly about 9 months. Get it? We also get a speech from Shia LaBeouf's character about resonance and the vibrations of an object and how it has the capacity to destroy a whole bridge. It's a bit of a laboured metaphor, and I get what Weber was going for. It just comes across a bit more clunky than it does profound. So it's time to ask them 3 questions. Firstly, would I watch this again? Definitely. The performances in this film are top tier, particularly Vanessa Kirby, and the opening 30 minutes of this film is exceptional. I could definitely watch this again, but I think I would need to be in the right mood for it. Question 2, do I recommend it for you guys? Ooh, it's not an easy watch. It's actually quite heavy in places. There are a fair few scenes which are quite uncomfortable to watch. If you want to see some phenomenal acting, then yes. But it is somewhat of a devastating film. It's very somber, so just be aware of that. And question number 3, what score do I give it out of 10? It definitely peaks after the 30-minute mark, but that's not to say the remainder of the film is bad, it just doesn't reach the same heights. The acting and Mundruczó's sublime direction is what keeps the film engaging, so I'm going to give Pieces of a Woman a score of 7 out of 10. But as always guys, it's just one bloke's opinion. I want to hear from you. Have you seen Pieces of a Woman? If you have, what did you make of it? Whatever you have to say, let me know in that comment section down below. If you guys have enjoyed the video, hit the like button. If you want more movie and TV content, click subscribe. If you want to follow me on social media, Twitter, Instagram, or Letterboxd, all those links in the video description down below. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching. For more things related to movies, TV, and popcorn culture, I'm Luke Airfield, and I'll see you next time.